You know when we were doing the Pro Club videos last year, man?
Yeah.
And this guy, he sent me, I said, go make an intro. You know what he sent me?
What?
He sent me this thing, right? He sent me this template of it, yeah? And it said something like, myintro.com. It said like, myintro.com. I was like, bruh, can you write what you need to write in there? Do you know what he said?
What?
I'm not paying to write that.
I'll say my name is Mo. That's what my name
It's
is.
a bit disjointed, man. What's your name and what do you do?
Mo. That's what my name is.
Yeah, Mo.
That's it. My name
Hey,
is
Mo,
Mo.
what do you do, man?
Sports journalism.
Why did you pick sports journalism?
Because I'm passionate about it.
What makes you passionate about sports journalism? What specifically made you pick it?
It's something that I've been interested in since I was young, in primary school, covering sports, various sports.
Any sports in particular?
Football. It was originally football, and then as I got older, my interests developed. So it was basketball, tennis, boxing, UFC.
UFC.
Yeah.
So, do you write articles for a certain newspaper, or do you have your own?
To begin with, I had my own blog, so that's how I started.
Do you still write on that blog, or do you have different?
I have a portfolio of my articles on it, but now I write for different sites. I edit for different sites.
And how many viewers did you start? Like when you first started, did you have none? Was it just your dad and your mum, or was it multiple people?
It was like a couple of people, and then as you grow, as you get older, you realise, okay, I can pitch it in a certain way. I can try and convey to different audiences what I'm going to be writing about, and then you try and talk about it and pitch it to everyone. So you just try and plug all your articles and you grow your readership from there.
So how many viewers or readers do you have now?
Total, a couple million since I started.
So you've had like a couple million views, or
yeah, like reads
on your
my articles.
And how many, like, do you have like a way of showing like subscriptions to your articles, or is it just?
It's just you have like detailed analytics to see like the countries that the articles are coming from.
So which countries read your articles the most?
Predominantly it's UK. It's like European countries, US, a couple of African countries as well.
Nigeria.
Yeah,
Nigeria.
Ghana and Algeria and stuff like that. You know.
Because you write about their favourite footballers.
Yeah, that's
Mahrez.
Yeah.
So, how long have you been writing for? Like for these newspapers and blogs and stuff?
The first one I started writing for 2014, I think.
So, do you make money from this, or is it just as a hobby to grow for?
Originally, it was a hobby when I first started, but as I said, as you grow, as you get older, as you learn new things, you find different avenues, and you see, okay, I can make money from X, Y, Z. I can develop this. So
do you pick your own? Like, how do you pick a topic? Like, how do you pick which topic is relevant to what you need to write about?
Sometimes it can be difficult because, like now, obviously we're about to have a World Cup, so there's no shortage of ideas, if that makes sense. But let's say last summer there wasn't any summer sport going on, so you have to like look at different news and see, like, try and think, okay, what can I say about the latest news, and try and think, okay, I can create something on X, Y, Z.
So with the World Cup, obviously everybody's going to be covering it, so is it harder to compete with more like sort of red topics, or do you try and find topics that are not as sort of popular and still get reads, or do you try and stand out on the sort of World Cup?
It's difficult because there's a general consensus that you want to be the people that everyone reads, so you want to try and make it seem like you're better than everyone else. But as you, like I said, as you grow and you develop, you'll know and see where you can get different things out to different people, so you have an audience that will know that you are specifically good at one thing, or you're prided on quality, and others is prided on the quantity of their work instead. So just balancing that out and try not to, in a way, just try not to copy, in a way. Yeah, that's it. Try not to copy other people too much, I guess.
Original ideas.
You just be original. That's the best advice I could give.
So what's the latest article you wrote?
Something on. I do a transfer roundup on PSG, so something on that.
So do you write this for the newspaper or the?
One of the online newspapers that I write.
So do they tell you what to write about, or do you pick it
You
and
pick
they
the news, and then you organise it and you write it.
So obviously you study this at university. Do you have to go to university to pursue a career in sports journalism, or can you do it through another method?
Obviously, you don't have to go to university, but it's seen as a better route because most of the top newspapers and outlets, they'll be looking for graduates that have a degree. If that makes sense. So,
but you have to do stuff on the side, obviously, writing your own, puts you ahead of everybody else.
And you get the experience and getting to meet different people, getting contacts. So that will put you in.
But you stand higher up the ladder, more likely to get employed by the newspaper. So what's the goal? So what's the goal in the end? Like to be a top writer, to have your own sort of blog, like newspaper or something, be the
it depends
editor or whatever.
It depends on the person and what they want to do. So someone might want to say, okay, I want to do sports journalism, and then when I'm finished, I want to be the press officer at Arsenal or press officer at Chelsea or something like that.
So what's a press officer?
Someone that has an influence in the media of the club, what goes on.
What, like a social media manager or?
It can be various things. But,
so you don't want to be the guy asking them the players the question at the end of the game. You know, like
I'm just giving an example. That's what some people can say. I want to.
What do you specifically you want to go into?
Oh, me. I don't know yet. I want to do a variety of different things. Obviously, I want to write for the best sites. I want to write for the best.
Is it exclusively on sport, or do you want to branch out onto other topics?
Sport is the main passion. Obviously, I would do other topics as well.
So do you predominantly just write football, or do you write articles on all the sports you talked about?
All sports that I talked about earlier.
What football takes?
Football is the one that takes precedence because more people are drawn towards football than say tennis, for example. The French Open is going. No one cares about that.
No, no one cares.
World
Cup's coming up.
World Cup's coming up. Everyone wants to talk about that.
Right. So, what are your predictions for the World Cup? If you had to pick four teams to win, or four teams that can win?
France.
Everybody would probably say France. Germany. Argentina. Belgium. Portugal. Brazil.
Maybe Brazil. Not convinced, but maybe.
Fair enough. So, did football come as like a passion when you were young, or was it something you just played at school and then just moved on from there?
Yeah, I was passionate about it from a young age.
Just playing in the playground with your friends at school and stuff.
Watching it, Little League, all of that. Just different experiences just make you more drawn towards one specific sport.
So what football team do you support?
Arsenal, unfortunately.
So what made you support Arsenal?
My dad.
Your dad supports Arsenal and you just support Arsenal. That's like me, Chelsea fan, and obviously. So do you go to a lot of games outside of watching them on TV, or do you watch the majority on TV?
Most of them I watch on TV. Sometimes I go, but I prefer to go to like games where there's less crowd. So like under 21s or under 18s, I'll go.
So by going to these games, do you meet the players, or do you meet potential connections for the future that you can call in?
Sometimes, yeah.
Do you have any sort of special?
There's not that many people that go.
Yeah. Do you have any special access to these games? Like, do they give you special passes or stuff like that?
I think it was when I went to Chelsea. If you email the press officer, they can just put you in the press box with the rest of the journalists. So it's like a separate, away from like the majority of fans that sit in the crowd. Just like we have like a monitor and you have like a desk, like just
fair enough.
Across.
Oh, okay. So has sports journalism always been the goal from a young age, or has it been? Was there something else that you wanted to do before? Like every kid wants to do something.
Yeah, everyone wants to do something.
Actor, something like that.
Actor or
astronaut. Yeah.
Someone can be. I mean,
fair enough.
I wanted to play football. I enjoy it. At a level in which I can play it and still do sports journalism as well, to try and tie in the two. Maybe at the same pro level or something like that. That's something that. That's something.
Hey man, put your money in the pocket, man. What's going on here?
Sorry about that. Jesus Christ. It's all falling out.
Bro, leave it.
It's all falling out. Wow. What was the question? Sorry.
We were talking about as your goal was with sports journalism, or was there something else? And you said we were talking about footballers, actor,
astronaut. No, football. Playing it was obviously always something that you wanted to do as a young kid. As you got older and you try and not make it seem like it's just football. Like you have to play, or your life is a failure. Obviously, injuries are a big problem for people that want to.
I mean, I feel like everybody has that story of they were injured and that's why they didn't make it. They had their knee injury when they were 18 and they played for like Fulham Youth Academy or Just Youth Academy.
But no, I think it's important to have like a backup plan, something else that you want to do, because
fair enough.
Football is, especially at the top,
very tough, and it's one of those where you have to be quite talented to play.
You have at max you have 20 years at the top, and then after that.
You have to find another.
You have to.
If you're not a top player, you have to find something else to do.
Especially the lower leagues, you're gonna have to have a job alongside it. So
I mean, lower leagues, maybe not like Division 2, maybe like Sunday League. You're gonna have to obviously have a job to earn money.
You might have a job at League 2.
You're playing like Division 2, like Dagenham Redbridge or something.
Yeah, you might have a job.
Crawley Town, you might have
because you're gonna train 2-3 times a week.
Do not train more than that.
Not all the time.
Fair enough.
You have to have a job. So you can
what is your take on the England squad then for this World Cup? Is it good? Is it poor? What do you think they can achieve?
The squad is. It's alright.
It's alright.
It's not fantastic, but it's not the worst. They could have done a bit. Southgate could have done a bit worse with what he picked, but I'm a bit disappointed that he didn't pick something.
Do you think they can do better than last time, or is it one of those things where England are just going to be England and go out in the quarterfinals or the round of 16 group stage?
Last World Cup, remind me how they did again?
What, 2014?
They didn't get out of the group.
They had Uruguay, Italy and Costa Rica. They finished bottom.
That's not going to happen again.
I mean, Panama and Tunisia.
Because they've got Panama and Tunisia, so they're going to wipe the floor of those two.
You'd expect them to wipe the floor.
At least you expect them to wipe the floor of them.
Especially maybe Panama. Tunisia might be a little better. I don't think so. But
then you got Belgium.
They should have qualification before Belgium in the last game.
Yeah.
I think Eden Hazard's going to teach Kyle Walker something.
Maybe.
But we'll talk about that.
But I mean, the Belgian game is the one, because that's the
opposition you're going to face.
You're going to face once you get out.
And if you finish top of the group, you have a better chance of facing a not so good team. But you never know if Germany, they could finish second in the group and you could face Germany or something like that. I think if everything goes to what's expected, they'll get Poland in the round of 16 or something like that. Poland. If Poland finish second, I think Poland has someone pretty good in their group. So
they might get last 8. It depends on that final game against Belgium.
I mean, if you finish second in your group, I think Poland are the best team in their group. I think England have the kind draw where if they finish...
What if they finish second?
I think they get Poland to finish second. If they win the group, they get someone not that good. Obviously not as good as Poland. They get lucky, but I think in the quarterfinals they face Germany, or France, one of the two. It's going to be a struggle.
So a quarterfinal finish will be alright, I guess. Anything is better than not getting out of the group, obviously.
Fair enough. So going back to do you write about have you written about the England squad, or is it just
a few times?
You do editing of other people's articles as well. Correct. So how does that work?
So you have like a dashboard where you see everyone's articles as they pile in. So like the top would be the ones that have been pending for a while. So like 6 hours, 5 hours.
So these are the writers for
and
them.
then you have
the newspaper, they send their articles to this place, and
online newspaper,
and you it's like a check-in service. Like you stop it before it goes public, and then you change it.
Yeah, and then you edit it, and then you publish it, or you send it back if it's not good enough.
Do you publish more than you send back, or is it one of those situations where
you publish more than some of the editors are a bit like, if it's not 100%, I'm sending it back. But I think, what's the point? You might as well edit it, unless it's like horrible or something. And you're just gonna.
So do you edit all the articles, or are there specific ones you're assigned to, or?
Not at the moment. It's you come on, and you see, like obviously, if you specialise in football, then you're gonna go for the football
ones. If you do the sport. So is it all the articles for the whole newspaper, or is your thing just generally sports?
It's all of the sport related articles.
So all the sport,
and they all have their own categories. So you have like wrestling, boxing, cricket. You have all of that.
Okay, so
all of it. So you just pick which ones you want.
Pick the ones that you want.
You want to edit. You have that kind of freedom of choice in that way. Yeah.
So are your parents supportive of the sports journalism? Have they always encouraged it, or is there something else your parents wanted you to do from a young age, or did they just let you decide?
Yeah, my parents were very much. They let you just independently.
So your dad and your mum, did they do something similar, or they have totally different to journalism? Are they linked in any way, or?
No.
So you just decided it's the one way to go into sport.
It's
going to talk about sport.
What I was passionate about. So yeah I was like. Yeah.
So obviously, you do all of this. Did you pick a university based solely on the course, or was it just?
That's a good question.
Because you told me there was like 5 universities that done your course in the entirety of UK.
It was something ridiculous like that. Basically, most of them they're either journalism, which is
by itself, which is everything, not
or
just
it was football journalism. I think Derby was football journalism and something else. I think it was, what's that one near Wembley? UCFB or UFCB or something like that. I forgot what it's called.
I don't know.
It was those that were just doing specifically football journalism, but obviously I wanted to go to the best university for my course, so I did my research.
So you looked at every university, you went to the open days.
I went to the opening days. I went to see what was like.
So do you enjoy your university? Is your course good? Is it what you expected, or is there certain things that are just a bit out there?
I enjoy it. It's good.
Is it what you expected? Is it hard moving away from your parents? You've lived there for 18 years now.
No.
Don't have to wash those dishes anymore now?
No.
Okay then, fair enough.
I mean, it's one of those you have to like kind of figure out for yourself. So in a way, I think it's good because obviously I feel like I work well independently for myself.
You don't need your.
So obviously it wasn't. For other people, they were getting homesick and people were crying on the first couple of weeks.
Fair enough.
But
I mean, confidence issues. Some people have. Their parents do a lot, so it's hard for them to move away from home. Mm-hmm. So was it hard to integrate in with the new people? Obviously, you haven't never met these people before. Some of them are going to do some weird things. Some of them, you never lived with people like that before.
No. So I mean, everyone is different. So obviously, it's a bit difficult to integrate at the start because everyone is trying to find their own way. But I think it was like 2.5, 3 months in. After that, kind of just like gelled with a couple of people because everyone at the start. Everyone had their own like little friendship groups.
Yeah, well, obviously some people go to university with their friends, so it's a lot easier for them to go and do stuff when they've got someone else. It's a lot easier.
Obviously, I didn't have my friends with me. My friends all stayed closer to London or.
Fair enough. I mean, they do what they need to do.
I don't begrudge them that. I'm not upset or anything. It was good for me, I guess, but. Everyone has their own friendship groups.
It's a lot easier to meet people and do stuff with others rather than by yourself. Because going and talking to people where they don't know you is the
but if you have like another person or hi, we have.
I feel like 2 people are more invited than one. You know, if you walk up to 2 people,
they're like, "Who are you?"
I mean, I remember when I went on the first day. I just went and sat at a table and the guy was looking at me like, "Bro, what are you doing here, man?" I was like, maybe I picked the wrong table on that day. The guy just looked like he didn't want to be there, to be honest.
Some people are.
So, your course is what you expected it to be, or is there stuff in there that just not related to sports journalism?
It's one of those. I think some of the teachers kind of like try and, I don't know if they're trying to do it on purpose or what, but for me it feels like in a way it's a little bit kind of they're trying to be a bit too nice.
Too nice.
I don't know what the right word is, but they're just trying to be down with the kids, and some of them.
Oh, trying to.
It's a bit, but I mean, like stuff like sports PR is a bit like it's a grind because it's something that I don't want to do.
You don't want to do. I mean, everybody does.
Well, you have to do stuff that you don't want to do. So it's one of those things. You just need to like be patient and get through it, and at least you could say, okay, I did X, Y, Z. But when you have a bit of like
so, is there like a favourite footballer or sports person that you've been inspired by from a young age, like someone you look up to, or is it just like who?
Dennis Bergkamp, Thierry
Bergkamp, Arsenal legends,
Messi,
Messi.
Yeah.
Anyone out of the box that most people wouldn't.
Out of the box.
Someone a little different, that some people. Everyone has a thing. Everybody loves LeBron James and all of these like Messi, Ronaldo.
Out of the box. Like what? Give me an example.
I mean, you like Mbappe.
Yeah, but
like you playing goal, right? Thingy. So who's your favourite keeper of all time? Like who would you watch and you say I want to be like them?
There's a lot from.
Like do you watch them and take specific
things
from each one's game? Like you take the best part of their game. And
it's a bit more difficult being a goalkeeper. You're trying to look at different aspects of different goalkeepers' games.
Goalkeeper's a bit of a different position.
Yeah, that's my point.
Use your hands. You need you dive in for saves. Use different
now
ways.
It's a bit more different. Like you need to
be able
on
to
your feet and
you need to be able to pass. You need to be
so
able
like, let's say for instance now I would say I look at the Stegen's game. I say I like the way his distribution is. I like the way Lloris comes out of his goal.
And
sometimes he makes mistakes.
And
sometimes he makes mistakes, and that's the high risk, high reward aspect of goalkeeping, which a lot of people don't appreciate. I like the way Neuer commands his box. I like the way De Gea makes saves with the wrong hand and still manages to pull it off.
De Gea's a quality goalkeeper.
So
we'll move on from the football side. So is there any? So your parents obviously from Nigeria. So do you have a lot of influence? Like, do they bring their sort of culture and their values to you? Is it?
They were both born here, so not really.
So you have more of a traditional English culture.
It's a little bit.
Like obviously you eat Nigerian food and stuff like that.
Sometimes.
Not. So it's not really like.
When I was younger, more. Yeah.
So have you been to Nigeria, or is it just you've never been?
Don't want to go.
You don't want to go. Why not?
Too many flies.
Too many flies. Fair enough.
It's just going to be messy. Like electricity's going to turn.
I feel like when you live in one of the more developed countries, England,
it's a bit more
Europe,
of a
most of Europe. Going to like a country that isn't as developed and isn't as isn't as sort of technologically advanced. That's the word I'm looking for. It's hard, The power doesn't cut off here very often, and if it does, like
for 2 seconds.
If it cuts off in Nigeria, and you're playing like FIFA in Nigeria,
like 3 hours going to the next day.
I mean, you already rage at FIFA as it is. You're going to turn off in the middle of the game when you're winning 5-0.
For me, especially as I've got older, I've realised that not so much my phone, but like technology as a whole, like my laptop or just everything, I'm like very much dependent on that for my source of news and stuff. So me going to Nigeria, I wouldn't be able to last more than like a week or two because I can just tell that the generator is like.
I feel like most people rely on their phones for news and their laptops for news and all of that.
Yeah, but especially for journalists,
I mean, obviously you need to be the first guy on the story.
That's my point.
You need to be the first guy to bring out the story, or you're gonna sort of fall down the pack, essentially. So obviously, you do the journalism thing. What else apart from the whole career aspect do you want to do? Is there any goals other than the job side of your life? Like any aspirations? Anywhere specific or just everywhere?
There's a lot of different places scattered across the world, whether that be Europe or South America or North America. Just explore,
See everything.
Yeah. You can say, okay, I went to X, Y, Z, I did this, I did that. No?
I mean, there's some people they have the goal to like climb Mount Everest, stuff like that. That seems like a very tough.
Maybe later on in life, but now it's not like I have to need to go and club.
So,
It's not.
is your main goal to potentially just earn your money and then do stuff after, or is it to do it at the same time? So, is your main goal to right now pursue your career, get as much sort of money and asset, whatever you want, as you can, and then pursue the traveling, or is it something you want to do while you're young, while you're older, by yourself?
Don't say like that.
What?
Don't say like that. Don't say by yourself.
By yourself? I mean, some people like to travel by themselves.
I mean, it's not necessarily the safest thing, but I guess, you know,
I mean,
to each their own. You know,
you're a big man, you can do yourself.
I'm not disputing that, but, you know, to each their own, I guess. I mean, in a way, yes and no. I want to be able to do everything, but not have to, like, rush it. You want to enjoy it, but leaving all of it until you're old, it just gets longer.
You just waste time.
So as the older you get, the harder it's going to be to travel to all these countries. So obviously you want to do it.
I mean, when you get older, you have all the problems with your health, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Flying is a bit more difficult, you know, to be able to cry.
Got to play.
Who's crying on the plane?
I'm going to be crying. I'm going to be anxious, you know.
Hey man, speak up a little bit, man.
I'm going to be anxious.
So, is there any thing from school? Obviously, I made a video a couple of days ago saying why school is a waste of time.
Did you?
Right? Yeah,
I haven't watched that.
You haven't watched it. I mean, it's a bit questionable. But I like it's not. But what do you think? You think school was a good experience for you? Was it?
I mean, for me it was good, yeah.
Was there anything in specific that you feel like you should have learned that you didn't?
It's one of those, like,
Because I
school's
said
different for different people.
I feel like I said that you don't learn a lot of instrumental things. You know, you don't learn how to. You know, you don't learn stuff about safe sex. You don't learn about friendships. You don't learn about.
You went really well in there, didn't you?
What?
Just really got straight into the safe sex.
Well, bro, it was the first thing on my list, man. I just wrote it down in the third point. And obviously, they don't teach you a lot of these things. They don't teach you how to raise kids, stuff like that. Do you think that's something they should sort of give you background knowledge on at school? Or you think it's fine?
That's what I thought the main purpose of stuff like PSHE was supposed to be for.
PSHE, I don't think I've done that since year 6.
You see what I mean? Like, in a way, you know, I understand why I didn't do it, because it's a bit of a topical.
It's like, I mean, people get offended.
Parents would be like,
I remember when we done it. We done it in year 6. They sent home a consent form. You had to sign it to let your kids be exposed to.
Yeah. That's why I didn't do it.
And we had to watch that childbirth video, which was not good.
Yeah, you see what I mean?
Sit there like this.
That's my point. Because parents are very protective of their children. They don't want to be exposed to it. They want to have to either teach them themselves, or when they're old enough to handle it themselves.
I feel like you learn most of the stuff yourself, though. You know what I mean? Like you know how you learn, and you teach yourself. Yeah. I mean, no one taught you how to put that T-shirt on. You know what I mean? You taught yourself.
Yeah, well.
No one taught you how to write your articles. You learn all the time how to get better and better and better. It's not something that someone can tell you. Because everybody does something different. I mean, if the top journalist was telling you how to write your articles, that's his way of writing.
That's his way of writing. I get what you mean.
So obviously, what's your worst memory from school?
Worst memory from
Maybe
school.
the time that you got excluded by anything else.
That is the worst. Because I got excluded for something that, to this day, I don't understand what I got excluded for. I mean, I don't want to go into the depths of it right now, but
yeah,
trying to get to class and someone's in my way, and
then you finished them off with that.
No. Just.
So you feel like the teachers were good overall? I mean, a lot of people moan about their teachers. They don't like them.
There's always going to be good and bad teachers for everyone. I mean, it's one of those different teachers can convey their
different
ideas.
Teachers do their styles. Some people like to convey their own beliefs and stuff on you a little bit more in their teaching. For example, that English teacher.
No, shall not be named.
We won't name what happened, but we'll move on from all of that that nonsense that we had to go through.
Next question, please.
Next question. So, who's been the biggest influence in your life? Apart from me, obviously.
My parents, my dad. Yeah, my dad.
What about
my
your dad?
dad's been, ever since I was young, he's always pushed me to follow my dreams and do what I want to do.
Read a book a day.
Yeah, read a book a day, you know. do what I want to do. No one can
Make
tell
sure
you.
you're successful. Make sure.
No one can tell you can't or you can do this and that. You just always been there for me, and yeah, I appreciate that. It keeps you focused. It keeps you on task. Keeps you motivated. I like that.
I mean, a lot of people get lazy
Yeah.
when it comes to doing work. I mean, obviously, you've done so much. Like, you have to go home every day. You can't like go home from a lecture and be like, I'm tired, I'm going to bed. You have to, and if you have to write this article, you have to write. How do you keep disciplined in the fact that you've got to go home and do the work every day?
Sometimes you just have to stick to a schedule, keep busy. I think that's the best way to try and tackle all
I
of
feel like
it.
if
You have
you-
to keep busy.
I feel like if you sit there doing absolutely nothing
Then you just
all
gonna
day
be-
long, you're going to get into the habit of sitting there doing nothing all day
Yeah.
long.
like
Which
some of
is-
us.
Yeah, like some people who shall not be named either.
But no, I'm being serious. Like, if you have stuff to do, write it down.
Do you feel like
Write it down, and then boom, get it done.
are you the type of person that you go home and you have to say you have to submit or you have to write this article? You're the type of person that will go home and then be like, I need to write it right now, or you're gonna do all sorts of stuff before and then write at the last second?
Procrastinating is something that
Because I know when I have to do something, I'll go and I'll sit down and I'll be like, I can play an hour of Fortnite before I have to do this, and then I go and get food, and then I'm like, I need to go for a shower first, and then I'll do it. But you're the type of person that will do stuff like that. You just get there, do it, then you can do what you want.
When I was younger, procrastinating was something that I just had to eradicate completely, because it's just so easy to just either say I'll do it tomorrow or I'll do it later.
Yeah,
And then
I mean, once you do it once,
now
you
you
get
just,
into that
once
habit.
you do it, and then you just get it out of the way. There's no problem. There's no issue. You can do whatever you want.
So, do you find it easier to write articles because writing about football is your passion, or is it?
Writing about sport is. What
It's
I'm
not. Is it
passionate
like
about.
work to you, or is it just like fun?
Um,
Because a lot of people describe their passion, their job. If you watch certain actors, certain footballers, they say, well, it's not really a job. Doing what?
yeah, like, I'd love to be an actor. I'd love to do that. I'd be a great actor. That's,
Yeah, you would.
that's
Some of the
something-
football diving that I see is.
I don't know what you're talking about, but that's besides the point. Like, some of the, most of the time, it's enjoyable. The only time when you can say I don't like it or I don't want to do it anymore, then it gets tedious. Like, maybe you've done too much in a day, or you're writing about something you don't want to write about. Let's say you're writing about a team you don't like, or
Fair enough. Something that you
writing about
don't find
something that you
interesting.
don't find.
So I find watching teams that I don't like
Like
kind of
you.
boring. For example, I don't mind. I watch Chelsea. I watch like Cleveland Cavaliers. But if it comes to watching basketball, I have to watch Denver Nuggets vs Atlanta Hawks. I don't care for any of the players or the teams. It's not really
The
something.
trick is you have to find something that you like about that team. Like for the Denver Nuggets, I'll say, okay, I like Jokic, I like XYZ. For the Hawks, I say I like Dennis Schroeder. You have
Schroeder.
you have to try and find a way to keep yourself entertained, keep yourself focused on that.
Fair enough.
That's why I think, what year was it? 2 years ago, there was different teams in Spain where I'll just say, okay, I'm gonna watch this match solely for a specific player. So Bilbao be Laporte, Valencia was Gaia Mustafi before he came to Arsenal. Just stuff like that where you just
Fair enough.
you try and find a way to say, okay, I'm gonna force myself to do X, Y, Z, and that way I'll enjoy it.
So, what's your biggest distraction? Like, if you have to do work, what's distracting to you? And how do you get over it?
Distraction.
So, Xbox, TV. Like, obviously, we've all been at school and we've waited to go home because the new FIFA's out or something. You want to play that, but you have to do
trash,
homework. Yeah, but when you were 12, FIFA wasn't trash.
I mean, that's not.
It's now that
It's
it's
not
more
wrong, is it?
it's more competitive. FIFA's made FIFA trash.
I mean, it's one of those. I mean, when I was younger, the main distraction was like the family and the environment. Because I don't have like
You
this.
don't have your own work.
This last year, when I went to uni, I had my own room.
It's
I have
easier.
never, ever, honestly, I've never had so much freedom. Just you have your own. It is amazing. You have your everything, and it's just like, wow, I can do my work now, and there's no.
I mean, I've always had to share a bedroom with my brother when I've
Never
been here. I mean, you don't have a brother, so
No.
it's not thingy. But do you wish you had brothers or sisters, or is it just I don't mind being only child?
on the one hand, you don't mind it because you have to share, but the other,
share is probably the worst part.
Well, the other part.
But if you ever want to go and play football and your friends are busy, you can't. If you want to play video games and you need another person,
that's not.
You can't.
That's the only bit about not having a sibling. I didn't.
You didn't get to experience. So, if there's is there one article or one moment that you're like your favorite, you're most proud of article, or is it just? Is there one that if somebody told me show me your best work, you would give them that?
But there would be a couple because I've written so many articles over the span of a couple of years. I mean, is
there any that got a lot of views or a lot more views than the others? Or?
Got a lot more views recently. One on where I said 5 reasons why Neil will never win the Ballon d'Or. That one got.
I mean, I feel like if you do a more controversial topic, more people
gravitate towards it. More people will respond.
I mean, do you have like a comment, a way people can send you feedback or comment?
You have comments below.
Do you get hate in those comments?
For when you write
I feel like if you write something like that, people that love Neymar, there's a lot of people that love Neymar and think he's the best player. There would be the guys that'll come and they'll write in your comments you don't know anything.
Well, you embrace it because at the end of the day, everyone has their own opinion, I guess. So it's one of those like you just have to try and say, not tell them, okay, my opinion is better than yours. You just say, this is what I think. I think this because
some people don't like. Some people don't like to argue the point. They just call you an idiot for not agreeing with them. Which I thought you can't argue with people like that. If someone insults you, I mean, they're not really there to argue. They're there to insult you.
But one that I'm really proud of is a scout report piece
on
Mbappe and Sancho.
Was this before Mbappe was known?
This was before.
This was after we can plug that in.
And
right there, you know.
What are you doing?
Right there, it's going to be right there. Trust, right there.
I mean,
actually, I don't think I can do that anymore. I think they deleted annotations. It's not going to be right there.
It's going to be down in there.
It's going to be in the.
I mean, the
description.
The Mbappe one was after France beat Italy in the under-19 European Championships 2 years ago. Next month, 2 years ago. And so not a lot of people, apart from obviously Monaco fans
and football enthusiasts,
none of them really knew who he was. So I pitched it. I'd already written it. It was a case of getting it out to someone that would have So I tried to pitch this like 4-4-2 and stuff, and I got it out to a different site.
So how do you go about getting your articles out there? Because with anything, YouTube, Twitch, writing articles online, anything online, your blog, you have to promote it. What is the best way to promote your stuff? Twitter. Obviously, I mean Twitter, but what happens if you have 10 subscribers and you have 10 followers on Twitter?
Then you find a way of trying to get it out. So let's say you have a friend that has.
So when you started, was it more of just your friends and family looking at it, and it grows like that, or was it?
You try and build your following as you're writing. So that's what.
I mean, it's a process.
Yeah,
I mean, there's always one article can catapult your one
that's
video can catapult you got right.
So obviously, you try and continue to build your following. You might, like for you, let's say, I don't know how many subscribers you have, but let's say.
I don't even run this.
Let's say, for example, you
probably can count them in about 10 seconds. That's alright.
Let's say, for example, you have 100 subscribers and you want to get more. Let's say, and you write about football. You go and look at people that have similar amount of views or they're in a similar situation to you. Mm-hmm. So that way they'll be drawn to you. So maybe you could do a collaboration.
Maybe you could promote each other's
stuff like that.
Because 100 views each can go to 200 if not an ideal word. Maybe 10 people from each will click over.
That's my point.
110 is better than 100.
So obviously it's a bit different with stuff like sports journalism. But even if you get let's hypothetically say I told you I did this. Jadon Sancho's scout report when I was at Man City. He didn't play for the first team actually before he left, you know.
Yeah,
he didn't play for them, but that's neither here nor there.
He plays with Dortmund now.
Yeah, it's neither here nor there. I wrote the scout report piece on him, and it didn't come out until the start of 2017.
And you wrote it.
And I wrote it 2-3 months before. But that's the point. I wrote it, and as I wrote it on Twitter, I put new piece, Jadon Sancho, I mean, one of the best.
Yeah, you're elongated.
No, doesn't matter. I was like, you know what? What is the best way? I was thinking like, let me be inventive. I'm really proud of this piece. 1,200 words on how this guy gonna be one of the best players in the world in a few years' time. You know what? Let me plug his Twitter in the
description. And did he see it?
He saw it and he retweeted it, and loads of his followers went and read
that's
it.
a way to
Stuff like that, where you can try and like engage a different audience that wouldn't normally be.
Yeah.
That's just like a way of.
So, aside from getting into something a little thingy, Raheem Sterling, did you see that video I made of Raheem Sterling?
The
one with the gun tattoo in his. Do you see that one?
Yeah.
What do you think? Should he be criticised for it, or?
I mean, I'm not sure if it's true or not, but I think my dad was telling me that he's had it all season long.
I mean, I read it after I'd done the video. He come out in a press conference before, what was the game? The Nigeria.
Yeah.
I think it was before that game, and he said, I've had it since August or September at the start of the season, and people saw it and they only made it a big deal now, so.
I just think it's just not needed. It's got nothing to do with anyone. I don't know why we as a country are so.
I mean, it wasn't this country initially.
Well,
it
wasn't initially, but now it is.
From the American woman whose son got shot.
Yeah, but
now she came and she said she was offended by it.
Yeah, but now it is though.
I mean, do you think people get too easily offended?
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
Through anything.
Yeah. But the thing is that it shouldn't affect whether he can or cannot play football. But I don't understand why a tattoo which has nothing to do with you means he shouldn't be playing. I saw someone say he shouldn't be in the squad because he's got this tattoo. Pickford's got the same one on his arm. He's got like a dagger on his arm. He's got.
Yeah, what's the Pickford is?
It doesn't make sense to me.
You think it's because he's black?
I don't want to.
I don't think that's a good topic. I mean, I don't feel like that's.
You know what?
I don't feel like there's any racism.
Yeah, it's one of those. Everyone's gonna throw the race card. I don't really think it's got any sort of. It's because.
I feel like just Raheem Sterling as a guy, it's happened to him.
He's just not very good. He's just not, to some people, just not very likable. You know, he left Liverpool.
And Liverpool fans do everything they can to hijack every
It's
poll.
a shame, you know. Year 2016, he's being called all the names under the sun, and they were vilifying him. And I remember we were watching a game in class. I think it was the Wales game, and everyone was like, "Why can't he shoot? Why is he so bad at shooting?" And I remember saying, he's not a striker, he's a winger. It's not his job to score, it's his job to create. And everyone was getting at me. They were all like, they were saying, "Oh, no, why does X, Y, Z do this?" And it was a bit like, I said to them, just watch. When he grows up, when he matures a bit more, gets that experience under his belt, you watch. How many goals did he get this season? Can you tell me?
In the league or?
Go and type it
in the league.
How many did
I think it was 17.
No, I want the I don't want. I want.
What, in the league or in total?
Well, in the league, goals and assists. How many did he get?
Goals and assists. He has.
He's 20.
18 goals, 11 assists.
There you go. I think it's something.
Salah's 32, 10. So he is. I mean, pretty close.
That my point is, you can't just say, "Oh, he's just bad because X, Y, Z." That Euros was just.
I mean, which Euros? The 2016? I mean, everyone was shit.
But that's not the point. The point is, you can't just write someone off and say, "Oh, he's got so many flaws in his game. Let's not get behind him." You have to get behind your team.
I mean, I don't know why they like to do that, but is there one piece of advice you would give to it? There's a fly.
I haven't even seen it on the camera.
Hey, I know, man. You're a dark spot.
Christ.
I need to get one of those lights.
Oh.
The lighting is really bad, but it is what it is, man. I'll get you one again, man. It's alright.
Yeah, you better.
Bro, you can comment as much as you like, man. I don't have that many friends. Okay.
Doesn't have any friends.
I have more than you, but that's not hard.
That's a lie.
So, is there any one piece of, if you could give one piece of advice to a guy trying to get into sports journalism, just one thing, what would it be? If this kid comes up to you tomorrow, and he's like, "I read your article on Mbappe and I want to be a sports journalist," what would you tell him?
It was funny you say that. I was thinking about, I would answer that question yesterday actually. There's not one. There's a lot of things that I would say. I wouldn't.
I mean, obviously,
conversation.
what if there's one thing? If you had one thing to say to them,
take calculated risks. That's my
risks.
risks. Take calculated risks, and yeah, just take calculated risks because that's what I did,
And it paid off in the end.
and it's paid off so far. You know, there's still a long way to go, but yeah, take calculated risks.
Fair enough. So, is the goal to stay in England, stay and work here, or do you want to move to America?
No, I don't move.
Where?
Not sure yet. Maybe France.
Sheffield, yeah, nice.
Pardon?
Sheffield.
Sheffield is in England.
I know.
Jeez Louise. Maybe France.
Town.
Maybe Spain.
Paris, Barcelona, Madrid.
I'm not sure yet. I mean, I can. French is, it is what it is. But
So, I mean, French. Would you have to write in French? Maybe probably not. If you're writing for.
yeah, I write for an English-based French site or something like that. Or I just write. Maybe I'll write for let's say the Independent. I just watch League 1 every week. Doesn't sound like a very attractive thing right now because it's like a 2-team league, but
One team league.
It's a 2-team league, but
It's more of a one-team league, but we'll move on.
Let's say
one-team league,
maybe you can be Spain. Why not? There's a 3-team league there.
3-team league.
Yeah, in Spain.
It's not really a 2-team league.
It's a 3-team league.
Atletico doesn't really count, but
It's nice.
it's alright.
Hope Sal was watching this video.
Saul, that guy, he can come on here and defend himself. Alright, fraud. Just you get bullied by Bakayoko. If you get dominated by Bakayoko, so you shouldn't be in there.
Sal, if you're listening, you should come on. I don't think he will.
I don't speak Spanish. I don't know if he could.
I think he speaks English.
Oh, great! It's coming to Chelsea, then, isn't it?
No, he's not.
Man United. Oh yeah.
Everyone likes Man United.
So you don't like Man United? Your least favourite
What?
team, yeah? Man United is your least favourite team of all of them.
I mean, don't like Man United to be honest.
No one likes Man
They're
United.
just one of those teams. The fans are so annoying, and the team, the way they just splash money all the time is just annoying as well. And it's one of those. That's how I used to be with Real Madrid, but as I've gotten older,
Bro, I leave the fly, bro.
as I've got older, it's a case of
Respect. Nice.
no, it's not.
Respect with a K at the end.
No, it's a case of Man United are worse.
Man United have got worse.
In terms of their spending and their ideals and everything. Real Madrid is just like, at least they're not. At least we don't have to watch them every week and choose to turn it off. But like Sky and everything. Sky love Man United, so it's on all the time. Sky.
Hey man, next time doors getting closed, bro. I can't, man.
Sky, every time, it's always Man United.
I know, it's because
And it's just ridiculous. I can't, man. I can't. Team's not even that good.
Hey man, there's a question here. It says, what kind of how would your classmates from school remember you?
How would what?
How do you think people from school remember you?
Primary school, secondary school.
I mean, I don't think anyone from primary school would remember.
Okay,
So,
secondary
I
school,
mean, they
sixth
would.
form.
Probably the most recent, so
So
sixth form, year 11.
Probably a joker.
A joker. Yeah, probably.
Because everyone would laugh.
After that time when we done that, what was it? Was it in English where you're like, I don't like sleep, and that was bants. I like that was funny.
Everyone would just think, this is
That
a
joke.
joker.
Do you have any favourite stories from school? Anything that stands out? No? Bruh.
I'm trying to think. Bruh.
Hey man.
What's going on here?
Nah, I blame you for this,
What's
bro.
going on here?
Hey, doors getting closed.
Whoa! That fat one just came next to me. Nah, there's a couple, but the one I remember that I'll never forget is the one where
Yeah, I'm still here, bro. Go on.
the one where my maths teacher in year 9 got locked out of his classroom because he tried to give us homework, and there was some bad boys in our class and they didn't want to do the work, so they just locked him out of his
Out of the
classroom.
classroom,
It was a bit of a sad day.
I mean, obviously, this is more down the line after you've. Do you want to go into? I mean, a lot of people go into teaching after they sort of finish their career, like when they're 60 years old. Like your lecturers, they're all
teaching.
Yeah, like lecturers.
Oh,
you know what I mean? They're all like previous accountants and lawyers. They come and they teach law at university.
Yeah,
Do you want to do that?
Sports journalists or lecturers as well.
Do you wanna potentially do that or
maybe, I don't know. It's easy money, but like some of them, it's ridiculous. They just say PowerPoint here, read that.
That's not really very good idea.
Yeah, well, that's what they do. Some of them, but
all of them, majority of them.
But it's one of those things. I mean, maybe if I was close to university and I'm working at, let's say, the Telegraph or the Times.
I mean, all the ones that I think I had, they were all retired, so.
Nah, some of them still here. And when I went to the interview up in Gloucester, there was a couple that still write. I think one of them was chief sports writer at like the Telegraph or something.
The Telegraph.
So there's people that work out. It's just a way of getting another secondary income because sometimes they don't get paid that well.
What type of music do you listen to? Aside from rap?
I don't listen to rap.
Grime?
Don't listen to grime.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
You listen to Stormzy?
Not really.
Hey man, where did you know me from, man?
You listen to that, not me. Jazz. I listen to jazz. It's quite soothing, you know. It allows me to concentrate. It's one of those. Everyone's like, haha, it's elevator music, but no,
it is elevator music.
It's one of those. It just allows you to concentrate, you know. Allows you to focus on what it is you're doing. It's quite calm and quite soothing, you know. I like that.
Do you have any regrets? I mean, there's one, isn't there? You know that.
It's not a regret. It's more of a
betrayal.
What if? It's not a regret.
You got betrayed.
It's not a regret. It's more of a what if X Y Z had not happened or X Y Z wasn't a low year or X Y Z was.
Oh, you mean that? I was talking about the other thing.
What's the other thing?
When your teacher was eating samosas in class.
That's not my fault though. I can't legislate for that. Like it's not my. It's one of those. You can't legislate for having a teacher that's just a pushover all the time. I mean, and the fact I didn't do it at GCSE is a bit rough.
I mean, I don't know why you'd pick psychology in the first place.
Because it was the what's it called? What's that thing called?
The best subject in
the curriculum was interesting. I was like,
but the teacher was about bullshit. No,
the teacher was trash.
I see some of the things that you learn about.
The teacher was trash, but the curriculum was interesting. And
hey, this is a
work out. It's a shame.
If there was any person, dead, alive, half dead, anything, you know, any character from any show, anything, who would you want to have one like sort of dinner with, and you can talk to them?
There's a lot of people.
Bruh, I said pick one.
There's a lot.
I was in pick Thierry Henry.
I'm trying to think of one that Moses I don't know enough about or something. It's just one of those.
Pele.
No.
Puskas.
No. I'm trying to think. I don't know.
Michael Jordan. Huh?
Michael B. Jordan, yeah.
Justice, no. Killmonger.
I don't know. I'm trying to deviate from the football. I'm trying to move away from. I'm trying to go into the probably like either Will Smith or Dwayne Johnson. One of those.
The Rock.
Yeah.
Why?
I want to talk to him.
I feel like The Rock plays the same character in every film.
Doesn't matter.
I feel like Will Smith died off a little bit.
I don't care.
I feel like he's...
Those two are like...
Why Will Smith? Because you used to watch Fresh Prince of Bel-Air when you were a kid.
Partly, but I like him. He's
like a nice guy.
You know, I would like
his son is a bit questionable.
His son
is a bit questionable. We're not talking about that.
Interesting subject.
Interesting specimen, you know.
That we don't.
He's not invited.
He can stay in the car.
I said he can stay at home.
He can stay at home.
Can play Fortnite. And
he can play with whatever he wants to play. Play with Fortnite or play with
FIFA.
I don't know if he plays FIFA, but you know, he's just an interesting person, an interesting character, you know. Dwayne Johnson is one of, or if not the highest paid actor.
He's not the highest.
Well, I think
he's probably close now. He does a lot of these shit
films.
I
think he is the highest.
I see, man. But I think but the Avengers came out, so they will get paid a lot for that.
Yeah, but as an actor, not as in like movie.
No, I mean the actors get paid a lot to be in it.
Yeah.
Like Robert Downey Jr. was getting like 50 million per movie and talk about that. So he got paid 48 million. Yeah, Mark Wahlberg is first.
Huh?
Mark
For
Wahlberg.
what?
68 million.
That's a lie. No way. Nah.
Daddy's Home 2, Transformers, The Rock is second, Vin Diesel, Adam Sandler, Jackie Chan, Robert Downey Jr., Tom Cruise, and that Asian dude from the Bollywood. That's 2017.
It's wrong. He's the highest now.
Bro, that's Forbes.
He's highest. I'm telling you, he's highest.
Maybe he is now, but Mark Wahlberg was the highest last year.
Yeah, that's 2017.
Bro, 2018 doesn't get announced until the end of 2018.
That's what you think. I saw it and he had some massive essay about how it was ridiculous.
The Rock.
That's my dog.
Like he'd be just a big specimen at the table would be a bit weird.
So what?
He would like
get a big table.
Taking up the. I mean, this table doesn't even fit us.
Oh, get a bigger table.
Hey man, if The Rock wants to come, man, I don't mind.
Jesus.
Bro, this fly, bro. Hey man, you don't take a shower, bro. Like,
Hey, what you trying to say, man?
the fly's going on.
I smell spiffing. you know what spiffing means, but football. I'm trying to move away from. I'm trying to go into the probably like either Will Smith or Dwayne Johnson. One of those.
The Rock.
Yeah.
Why? Why?
I
The Rock?
want to talk to him.
I feel like The Rock plays the same character in every
Doesn't
film.
matter.
I feel like Will Smith died off a little bit.
I don't care.
I feel like he's.
Those two are like.
Why Will Smith? Because you used to watch Fresh Prince of Bel-Air when you were a kid.
Partly, but I like him. He's
He was like a nice guy.
you know, I would like to.
His son is a bit questionable.
His son.
It's a bit questionable. We're not talking about that.
Interesting subject.
It's an interesting specimen, you know.
That we don't.
He's not invited.
That we
no.
just. He can stay in the car.
I said he can stay at home.
He can stay at home.
Can play Fortnite and
He can play with whatever he wants to play. Play with Fortnite or play with
FIFA.
whatever. I don't know if he plays FIFA, but you know, he's just an interesting person, an interesting character. You know, Dwayne Johnson is one of, or if not the highest paid actor.
He's not the highest.
Well, I think
He's probably close now. He does a lot of these shit
I
films.
think he is the highest.
I see, man.
But
I think
I
but the Avengers came out, so they will get paid a lot for that.
yeah,
you know
but
what I
as
mean?
an actor, not act, as in like movie.
No, I mean the actors get paid a lot to be in it.
Yeah.
Like Robert Downey Jr. was getting like 50 million per movie and talk about that. So he got paid 48 million. Yeah, Mark Wahlberg is first.
Huh?
Mark
For
Wahlberg.
what?
68 million.
That's a lie. No way. Nah.
Daddy's Home 2, Transformers, The Rock is second, Vin Diesel, Adam Sandler, Jackie Chan, Robert Downey Jr., Tom Cruise, and that Asian dude from the Bollywood. That's 2017.
It's wrong. He's the highest now.
Bro, that's Forbes.
He's highest. I'm telling you, he's highest.
Maybe he is now, but Mark Wahlberg was the highest last year.
Yeah, that's 2017.
Bro, 2018 doesn't get announced until the end of 2018.
That's what you think. I saw it and he had some massive essay about how it was ridiculous.
The Rock.
That's my dog.
I feel like he'd be just a big specimen at the table would be a bit weird.
So what?
He would like
Get a big table.
taking up the. I mean, this table doesn't even fit us.
Oh, get a bigger table.
Hey man, if The Rock wants to come, man, I don't mind.
Jesus.
Bro, this fly, bro. Hey man, you don't take a shower, bro. Like,
Hey, what you trying to say, man?
the fly's going
I
on.
smell spiffing. you know what spiffing means, but
Hey man,
spiffing.
you think
Type it in. Tom Holland. That guy.
Tom Holland?
Too. That's my dog.
like the guy's the Spider-Man kid.
I like that guy.
He's a funny guy, man.
He's 22, 23.
Bro, he looks like 16.
He's got one of those baby faces. That sounded weird, but nah, he's one of those. Like, I like that he's one of those likable guys, man. He's like someone you wanna be friends with.
He's a fun lad, yeah.
He's like a
Seems like a nice guy.
I think he lives in like Roehampton or Kingston.
Roehampton.
Or Wimbledon or something.
Wimbledon, bro. Stop making stuff up.
He doesn't live too far.
Yes, he doesn't live too far. Alright, we're gonna have 2 more questions. Bro, you're not gonna find out, man. It's 3:04.
So what?
And, you know, we've got a couple more questions from me, and then, you know, you can ask any. So here, you know, it says, if your great-grandchildren are watching this right now, what's one piece of advice that you would give them? Any advice? Any.
Enjoy your life.
Enjoy your life. Don't waste your time, yeah?
Don't waste your time, enjoy your life.
And, you know, taking one last question, how do you want to be remembered? That's the last question on here. So there you go.
The best at what I do.
The best.
The
Best sports journalist guy
the best
ever.
at what I do.
The best.
No question.
Like no doubt.
In years to
You wanna
come,
be-
in decades to come,
You want to be
I'll be the
you
example.
want to be the Messi.
the yardstick.
You want to be how everyone else is judged.
In primary school, there was World Maths Day. We did that. The what's it called? The maths, the arithmetic on the computers. Guess who got the highest in the county? I did. Guess who got invited back in year 7 to come back to see all the primary school kids? I did. That's how I'll be remembered. As the best at what I did. I got the
You want to be
highest.
the Michael Jordan.
The what?
The Michael Jordan.
I want to be the I want to be the
The
best.
LeBron James.
I want to be
The
best
Lionel Messi of.
ever. I want to be the best ever.
You want to be the Muhammad Ali of sports.
I want to be the best ever.
You want to be the.
At whatever it is I do.
You want it to be a ranking, and you want to be number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. The best
Yeah.
sports journalist. On
Without
your
a doubt.
on your gravestone, it's gonna
Without a
say
doubt.
the greatest
best.
sports.
Without a doubt.
No doubt. You want to be what
there's
people are
no
mentioning.
undisputed.
Undisputed heavyweight champion of the world.
No question.
Undisputed.
No
Journalist
argument, no
champion of the
debate,
world.
no, it's just the best. No one comes close.
Well,
That's how it is.
nobody.
No
Not
one
even
comes
close.
anywhere close.
Oh well. I mean,
Yeah.
unless you have anything else to say.
You like that, don't you?
I
That's
mean,
what you should aspire to be.
I'm already the greatest.
At what?
Everything.
What?
End of the first podcast, man. Thank you for being the first guest. Probably gonna come on as another guest
You
sometime.
get some more guests, yeah?
I mean, yeah.
Who do you get? I'm interested to see.
I don't know,
Is
man.
it gonna
We'll
be a
see.
weekly thing or?
I mean, I want to do as much as I can, but I don't know who to get.
Fair
I
enough.
feel like people should tell me if they want to come on, but most of the people I know are boring.
Mm.
Like, could you imagine certain people that talk a little bit too much coming on here? It's just one person, I don't know.
Thanks for having me. I
Yeah,
enjoyed it,
man.
I
Yeah,
liked it.
it was
The
a
questions
good
were
talk.
good.
Yeah, I know.
I like that.
I'm a natural man.
He winged that.
You told me I'm good at talking.
Yeah, he talks a lot.
too much.
Sometimes.
Sometimes not at all. Not enough.
Yeah.
He did Twitter, and he's got all his article nonsense.
What's that?
He's got all his article nonsense. He tweets it on there with very long descriptions. You know, he writes a paragraph for a tweet, fills every character he needs to. You know, so go read his articles. I'm sure they're riveting. You know,
Yeah, they're quality, top quality.
he got a good grades in English, so you know.
Yeah, there you go.
This fly is the featured guest apparently.
That fly is
That fly, but
the
yeah.
third wheel.
Thanks for watching, everybody. You know, thank you for
Thanks.
coming on the customary handshake.
Thanks.
Yeah.
You don't say customary.
The customary handshake.
You just
man.
put your hand. You just go. You just.
Thanks for watching,
thank you.
everybody. Yeah.
See you next time.
He won't see you next time.
Yeah, you
He's not
should have said
coming
that.
back. He's not invited.
Just say see you next time.
He brings the flies with him, man.
No, I don't.